second video in my series on Node. I want to show you quickly how to install Node so that whenever I'm doing any of this stuff that I'm doing in Node on the videos, you guys can follow along without any problems. So in order to install Node, it's really simple. Just go to nodejs.org, download either one of these. This is the current version, which has the latest features, which for development should be fine. Just go ahead and click download. It should install a package. Just go ahead and click install, accept the license, agree to the license, and then just click install. And it's really that simple. That's about as easy as it gets. If you know how to install an application on your computer, you should know how to do this. So that's the really simple version of installing Node. And this is going to change depending on your operating system. You have other options as well, though. If you prefer to use the command line, you have different other options. You can go over here, and this is going to depend on your operating system as well. Like for instance, you can use brew on the Mac to install Node if you have brew installed, or you can use sudo. You can use apt-get install Node if you're on Linux. I'm not sure about Windows if there's a command line package manager that's going to work for you, but I think, in my opinion, the easiest way to manage Node in the command line is through a tool called NVM, or Node Version Manager. This specific version will work in Linux or Unix or Mac, or there's an NVM Windows version that you can install. This one is a little bit different because you have to install an executable in order for it to work. But this is the one that I'm going to use because I'm on a Mac, so this is what's going to work for me. So you just go down here to the install script. So you just copy and paste that install script and then click enter, and it's going to go and download and install Node. You are then going to have to edit your bash profile or your ZSH profile. That's pretty simple. I'll show the bash profile. And you just have to enter that, and then now you should have NVM working. So you can go ahead and use NVM install to install any specific version of Node that you would like. For instance, 6.4.0 is, I think, the latest, but we could even do 6.3.1, for instance, if we really wanted to. So that's going to download the specific version of Node that we want, or we can install the stable version, which is going to be 6.4.0. And then we can use the command nvm use 6.4.0. And it sort of already did it when we first installed, but then we should alias default, which is going to basically set the default version of Node to the one that you want. And we can set stable or 6.4.0 there. So if we open up a new window, a new tab or whatever, instance in our shell, and we do node-v, it's going to be 6.4.0. But if we go over here and do node use, what do we use, 6.3.1, and nvm use, 6.3.1, and do node-v, it's going to give that 6.3.1. So as you can see, it's pretty easy to use this to manage multiple versions of Node if you need to for development purposes, but also to quickly install the latest version of Node. And the one really cool thing about NVM is if we open our NVM directory, what it does is it creates this versions and Node, and it sort of creates a specific little subset of each version of Node with its own version of NPM and its own local, global NPM installs. So that way everything is nice and separate and you don't have to worry about specific versions conflicting on your machine. So that's how you should. That's how you install Node on your computer. Like I said, there's a bunch of different ways that you can do it. NVM is my personal favorite, but you should now have multiple different options. So I'll see you in the next video. Please like, comment, and share. Bye.